We got another recommendation in the chat today. This time for Doughboy DQ off the net. Now, don't know anything about him, but it's got 147K. It's got some views for real, right? Still posted as Susan. I don't know who Susan is, or where Susan is, but he's posted at it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's 4 years old, so I'm getting put on to something a little bit older. I'm assuming it's 5. You know what I mean? If it's a little bit older and I'm just getting put onto it like this, I'm assuming it's some underground, like, not underground, but like some unknown 5. Like, I'm really getting put on to the sauce right now. So my boy Exterminator, dog. But, yeah, honestly, I don't know what to expect. Dope Boy is definitely a rap name I haven't heard in a while. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any famous Dope Boys anymore. The dope game has ran dry when it comes to the rap scene. Not gonna lie. But let's hit Mr. Barry so we can get into this. Oh, it's rest in peace. He passed away. Okay, rest in peace, Dope Boy. Obviously, you know we like to respect the dead around here. Rest in peace. Prayers out to him and his family and all that, of course. But let's get right into it. Off the net. What up, Red? How you doing, gang? You said Mongolia has a navy? No, wait, hold on. This guy said, did you know Mongolia has a navy? Quick sidebar. Alright, it has one of the smallest navies in the world and is guarding the country's biggest lake. That seems just like a waste at that point. You know what I mean? Like who's attacking the lake? You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get back into this. Sorry, sidebar over. We'll say it's low-key some GTA mission ass music, ass beat so far.
Huh? Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? Do you? 50 drum, 1 in head, on the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, your slide is dead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend.
This is weak as hell so far. So far, I can't lie. This shit is trash so far. I'm keeping it real with you.
Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? 50 drum, 1 in head, on the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, you'll slide instead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend. The ops get caught, and then they fold up. That's another dead op. We gonna roll up. When the broskies die, they just pour up.
I keep trying to wait for it to get better. Just keeps getting worse. I also didn't realize you recommend a British dude. I could have told you off rip. British people can't rap, bro. Obviously, rest in peace, respect to the dead, but British people can't rap, bro. You shouldn't. I feel like you damn near disrespecting this man's name trying to tell people to listen to his rap. He's British.
I don't even know why I still put 4s up. Slide in your ends with a stick like Gretzky. I love how it spin when I'm shooting the Revy. Switching the glitz, go fully to Sammy. Scared from the scene, we leave it real messy. The ops wanna know what my niggas are doing. Glock 23, I see him, I shoot him. I'm on the road and
he also sounds like he's like a Sheldon ass rapper, like the way he like inflects his words.
I'm making movies, we don't fear.
One second, right? I'm gonna read all this right after I finish this video really quick. Just give me a second.
Cause all of us human. Getting calls from cast started off with a Cuban. Wops every day, have my line going stupid. Say a couple of words, make money off music, but don't get it twisted, I'm posted at Susan. still circle your ends, and we still in that stolen Benz. But I can't find none of your friends. Come like your whole damn block is dead. When we aim for a chest. Kick back strong so it goes to your head. When we aim for a chest. Kick back strong so it goes to your head. I'm the man, huh? They looking for me like it's man hot. Niggas capping all day, it's a damn front. For ambition, she came with a.
Bro, he doesn't, like, it's when he says the N-word, it's like he's not comfortable saying it. None of what he's rapping about feels real. I'm gonna keep it so for real. Which I'm not like one of those guys like everything you need to rap feels real. But no, it doesn't need to be real, everything you rap about. But you need to say it with enough conviction that it doesn't sound cornball. You know what I mean?
Fat butt, yeah. She stupid thick, on her knees and she begging for Louboutins. My lifestyle, some amusing shit. All this fake love, I'm not used to this. Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? 50 drum, one in head. On the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, you'll slide instead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend. Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? 50 drum, one in head. On the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, you'll slide instead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend.
Ken, don't lie to this man. British people can't rap, bro. That's not. It's better. I'll say it's better than most British people. It's still a British rapper, bro. It's still trash. He just sounds awkward saying it. You know what I mean?
She said she wanna fuck with a nigga from the parks cause her block so broken they don't have heart. Slide in the light or slide in the dark, either way we're tearing that block apart. Days in the band though, gotta move smart cause I'll be so fucked if I serve.
It's Canadian. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost worse because of that. Why does he sound so British even though he's Canadian? Oh, God. It almost just became worse. I can't even lie. Next you're going to say it's Toronto. Don't tell me it's Toronto. Don't tell me it's Toronto, bro. There's one person ever from Toronto that could be a rapper. And if we're being so for real, I keep saying, that nigga needs to sing more. It's the reason he got famous. He doesn't sing anymore. Drake don't sing anymore at all, bro. It's annoying. At least when he does, he never mixes it up anymore, bro. It's just not the same. It'll never be the same.
Niggas don't bite, them niggas just bark. If I ever see him, I'm letting it spark. They come to the block at 3 in the morning. Now they in the trap, them times I'm snoring. They post on Snap like they scoring. What's up with all of that Henny I'm pouring? Yeah, she's foreign, but I gotta ignore her. She want my attention, but I want boardings. Getting it gone, the ops be hoarding. Get stepped on work, then talk about important. Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? 50 drum, one in head. On the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, you'll slide instead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend. Where you from? What you rap? Do you really got hitters in your set? 50 drum, one in head. On the op block, but they all in bed. Please come off the net. If you really want beef, you'll slide instead. I'm from the park ends. When the ops get caught, they fold and bend.
That was a song for sure. That was a song for sure. Not gonna go too hard on it. We're trying to respect the dead here. You know, it wasn't really my thing. If I'm rated, I'd probably give it a 2.1. No, 1.9. You know, yeah, definitely not my thing. You know, rest in peace as always. Nah. That was just, I think Canadian people, British people, if your accent just comes off too proper or too nice, when I say proper, I mean like hold your pinky up type proper, not like, you know, like OD. But when it comes to that, it seems you shouldn't be rapping. You know what I mean? If your culture knows the difference between each fork and each spoon, when they got the tiny and the big and the medium spoon, and the same with the forks next to you, you probably need to be different, living a different lifestyle. I'm gonna be honest. You know, and I'm kind of surprised it took this long. Sorry, I'm a little high. Got a little lost track of my words there. But if I'm gonna rate it, I'd probably give it a 1.9, maybe 2. But as always, if you're watching the YouTube video after, come check out the stream sometime. Let me know anything else you might want me to react to. We're about to move on to the next one.